Reason to use them because they have these survival skills that we can avail ourselves of, and they also connect you to, because they're wild, they don't need anything from us to grow and nourish us or the earth, so they have this incredible ability to nourish us, the earth, and for enjoyment. And insects, they're great attractors of insects. So let's go on a forage walk and see what we find in this lovely garden. Cleavers is a supreme lymphatic cleanser, and it's funny, it grows this time of year in spring when we need like spring cleans. So you can feel it's really sticky, like it sticks to your clothes. So they have backward facing hooks underneath, and they're quite structural, so they're full of silica, which we need for bones, teeth and hair. So the cool thing you can do, and they're also really good for preventing colds and flu because they're high in vitamin C. So you just grab a handful, you don't have to measure or count or anything, and put it in some water and leave it to soak overnight cold. Drink that in the morning. It's a cold drink, and you are enhancing your immune system. A person told me this who did it because she kept getting repeated cold and flu, and she didn't get them after that. So you probably do it for a week or two and see how you feel. But I'm told by numerous people on workshops that their dogs nibble this, and you see they know how to self-medicate and get what they need for ailments and things. So this is an amazing plant, lymphatic cleanser to the max. Yeah, so, and I mean, I don't know how many years I spent pulling this out till I got into this. And I kept looking at it thinking, I've heard there's something good about this plant, but I didn't look into it at the time, and now, like, it's a treasure and I don't have enough of it. So herb robber, you can also get an idea about what a plant is. Thank you, Cleavers, I'll just put you down there. What a plant is good for by certain things, like what does that, by the colour, what do you think that might relate to?
Blood.
Yeah, blood. Yeah, so this is a plant that has an element in it called germanium, and that helps oxygen get into your blood system. So, and it's an incredible plant. If you find one and you pull it up, you'll notice that it has a sort of fibrous small root, sends up a stalk, then the plant is up in the air about that high. It grows from there in a rosette. It's really strange how that happens. It's like an air plant. And it's called herb robert, but it's also called stinky robert because some people think the smell is really obnoxious, but it's in the geranium cranesbill family. You can see by that's the little pink flower, and that's the seed head. So when these dry, they go brown and they split in 5 ways because I've collected the seeds, so I know exactly what they do. And it's also another remedy used for cancer cure. You take a teaspoonful of the leaf, dried or fresh, but that does make a difference. So some part of the plant with egg yolk raw on an empty stomach, and no, I've tried it. It's not the most nicest thing, but if you're ill, you probably would try things like that. So I use it in smoothies and in small amount in salad chopped up, but actually I just every day go and eat a few leaves as like a preventative.
Some of the stalk as well, or just the leaves?
I just eat the leaves, but you could eat the stalk because at the moment it's quite fleshy and crunchy. Yeah, so pinch a leaf and smell it, because we've lost the art of like just experiencing things and being curious about them and not even daring to touch them. Everybody's got this strong instinct, it might be poisonous or dangerous in some way, so we don't even touch or get close to plants anymore, or even down on their level to smell them. And once you've smelled them, you can remember them because it's a sense that is a strong scent. But as well in here we have hawk's beard. This is a very particularly healthy one in the dandelion family, but this one flourishes in winter, and you can tell it's not a true dandelion because it has hairs on the back of the stem and it's much pointier, and so it's a winter growing, but its flower stalk is quite different to dandelion. It's it goes up branches and has leaves on the nodes. So those are the beards, I call. That's how I remember. So, you know, they have features that help you remember what they are. And true dandelion, as you probably know, has one flower stalk which is hollow. You can use it like a straw. So, yeah, this is a hawk's beard. Yeah, it's also edible. I eat a bit of this in winter, but it's bitter and makes your saliva juices flow. So that's the good thing about bitters, is they help digestion, stimulate digestion and that process. Because the California miners ate it to prevent scurvy. It's a very fleshy, juicy, succulent type of plant, and you can see how big the leaves get. And what happens when they go to flower is the leaf wraps around the stem and makes it look like the stem is coming out the top, but the leaf is actually wrapped around. And it's not a plant that will just appear in your garden like these will. This one you sow, and once you have it, it will self-sow. So, you know, Sharon has a wonderful patch here that will keep coming up next year, but it's finishing now. So yeah, so try a piece. It's super crunchy. You can hear people crunching. So I just wanted to show you this bare soil. See, look how unstable it is. Like, it's going to fall down, wash away, blow away, and nature doesn't want that to happen, because that soil is it nurtures plants, and you can't have it blowing away. So what we have growing here this is twin cress. See how it's a ground hugger? It's trying to spread out over the ground. They're all trying to do that. That's what they're designed to do.
What's the twin?
Twin cress is actually quite hot and spicy. You try a little piece, just be warned, it has an after kick. So a little bit in a salad kind of like peps it up, you know, when you know what it is, and they can get quite big. And interestingly, I just saw a place where people had sprayed along, you know, how they do on the edge of a path, and that was growing all over it, flat on the ground. I thought, that shows you it can tolerate poison, and I wouldn't eat it, but it's trying to heal the earth. So I've just recently learned that in America there are some weeds that are completely spray tolerant now, and they're called super weeds, and they get really big. But the way they put it, it's like nature's last ditch effort to try to bring balance in a really unbalanced environment where it's monoculture sprayed and artificial fertilizers, and you then have a whole new respect for the plant. Like, they're trying to help in a way that we don't read. We don't know how to read it properly. We just see it as a nuisance. Well, you lot don't, but